Fold if one smokes indoors. It also clings to objects, causing health hazards through physical contact. Outdoors, it can drift long distances. Let's work together to reduce secondhand smoke.
Innovations can let you do so many things. Grow a portobello in your own home. Scan a dog's nose for their nose ID. And remake an old car for the modern road.
This is so cool.
Innovation Nation, Thursday night at 8 on Pearl.
The Andes form the western edge of Argentina. Over millions of years of plate tectonics and continued volcanic activity, they have become the most impressive mountains on the continent. At nearly 7,000 meters, Aconcagua is the highest summit in the entire Western Hemisphere. And it is surrounded by more than 100 other peaks over 6,000 meters. Across the so-called Black Desert, located in La Payuna, we can imagine the volcanic history of this range. A one-of-a-kind landscape of shifting earth and stone, in one of the most explosive regions on the planet. Below the mountains, an endless steppe spreads eastward. This is Argentina's Pampas. The wind-swept terrain hides a group of Patagonian Mara. They are related to guinea pigs and are only found in Argentina. Mates will stay together for years, but the relationship isn't exactly built on trust and equality. The male obsessively follows the female wherever she goes. His mind is on reproduction. She is only fertile for 30 minutes every few months. He needs to be sure that he, and nobody else, is the one in the right place at the right time. Just in case the other males aren't getting the message, he sprays his partner with urine. And sometimes she'll fire back. Life and love on the Pampas. Another female in the colony readies for birth. Maras raise their young in a communal den. But today, the expectant father isn't in the mood for fun and games. How about a little quiet for the mother-to-be? The moment draws closer. With her mate and roommates by her side, she gives birth to a pair of twins. The young Mara are born ready for the world. They are covered in protective fur, they can see, and they can already stand on their own 2 feet. It's enough to build up a big appetite. Did someone say breakfast? This youngster seems to think this is a shared feast. But it's not. Female Mara only suckle their own offspring. The little intruder is caught in the act. But once a milk thief, always a milk thief. Today, he gets off with a slap on the wrist. Time to find your own mother, little guy. With female Mara, timing is everything. She only comes to the burrow when she needs to feed her young, which only happens every few hours. The rest of the time, the newborns are on their own. They're forming lifelong bonds and learning the ways of the Mara den, while trying their best to stay out of trouble. On the edge of the Pampas lies Talampaya National Park. This is Argentina's Grand Canyon. Over millions of years, the forces of water, wind, and extreme weather have etched out a masterpiece. The park is now a World Heritage Site, but still at the mercy of the forces that created it. At night, one of the canyon's most menacing predators emerges. This mighty male tarantula is on the move. Tonight, he isn't looking for a meal. He's looking for a mate. A potential partner is laying a trail. Or is it a trap? Her threads of silk are infused with pheromones to attract a mate. She marks the entrance to her lair. The temptation is too much to resist. He announces his visit with a drum beat. This is the moment when he needs to be especially careful. He still doesn't know her real intentions. And he'll need to wait a bit longer. A rival has picked up the trail as well. Each sports retractable claws and a venomous bite. Best to keep the opponent at arm's reach. The challenger concedes and retreats. The male tarantula has survived this fight. But will he survive his next encounter? Females who cannibalize their suitors have better reproductive success than those who don't. If he's not careful, this rendezvous could be his last. So far, he is making the right moves. But his best move of the night might be knowing when to leave.
Get ready for movie night. Tonight, Beauty and the Beast. Tomorrow night, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. See you there. Every great chef has a story behind their extraordinary career. They may have shaped our lives with their recipes, but what about the culinary masters themselves? One episode, one chef, and 4 delicious stories. My Greatest Dishes, Saturday night at 8 on Pearl.
The best equestrian show jumpers land in Hong Kong. Don't miss world-class jockeys raising the bar in spectacular displays of high-octane excitement, keeping you on the edge of your seat. Longines presents Longines Hong Kong International Horse Show, Sunday night at 8:45, live on Pearl.
The long-awaited measure is here. The name the Russian agent is sold.
My name is Evanson. I'm not a goddamn Russian spy.
Do you have any idea who this woman is?
Angelina Jolie
Protocol is clear. We bring her in or we bring her down.
is
What she's done for this country, doesn't that mean anything to you?
Salt. Sunday night at 10:30 on Pearl.
Take to the skies with aerial profiles. See how human landmarks are influenced by Earth's natural landscapes. From New York to Nebraska, France to Brazil. Aerial Profiles, Season 4, Thursday night at 8:30 on Pearl.
In the Andean highlands, nights are bitterly cold. The warmth of a mountain sunrise is a welcome feeling. Even for the thick-furred vizcachas. Their world is not only cold, it's barren. For breakfast, this one consumes its own droppings. An adaptation that allows it to squeeze every last nutrient from a previous meal. Warmed and well fed, it's time for the morning workout. Those scavenged calories from yesterday's dinner were just what they needed to perk up. Like Mara, vizcachas live in groups. While some scavenge, others drift off to sleep. It's important, though, that the vizcachas don't sleep all at once. An Andean fox is near. Next to the maned wolf, this is the second largest wild dog in South America. Vizcachas have excellent hearing. He mustn't make a sound. The fox was not sly enough this time. At 5,000 meters, a network of streams threads its way through the desolate landscape. These streams are a lifeline for the vicuña. And they are only possible because of the nearby glaciers and melting snow caps. For the vicuña, this is the only water supply they know. The young crias are still wondering what to think of this strange liquid. Vicuñas aren't ones to take a lot of risks. But nor are they ones to step too far out of line. Vicuñas live in herds of around 20. Nearly as many crias are born each year. The young are all siblings, offspring of the lead male who controls the herd. As in other prey species, the young ones have an instinctive urge to move. Training for speed and endurance will The lead male, meanwhile, devotes himself to another instinctive urge. Privacy doesn't seem to be one of his concerns. But he is always on the lookout for a potential young rival. One day, one of them will outmuscle him and take over the herd. Today is not that day. In Talampaya National Park, weeks have passed since the tarantula's late-night get-together. With a new night descending, the desert comes alive. Among the arrivals, the screaming, hairy armadillo. Despite his name, he keeps quiet as he searches for food. Armadillos are not fussy eaters. They'll happily eat whatever their highly sensitive noses detect. A juicy bug. The night is off to a good start. At this late hour, the male tarantula is out making his rounds as well. The armadillo's nose sniffs out another prize. Careful what you wish for. Shielded by his thick armor, the armadillo heads in for battle. He doesn't realize it, but the tarantula has a trick up his sleeve. The spider's stinging hairs irritate the armadillo's eyes and nose. If ever there was a time for the screaming, hairy armadillo to live up to his name. This is just the start of the spider's big night. Unbeknownst to him, hundreds of new spiderlings have arrived in the world, bearing his genes. The mother is 100% in charge of guarding the nest. She has protected the little ones for around 8 weeks. But once they leave the cocoon, they are on their own. The mother's work is done. The vast Argentinian pampas offers little shelter. Like the tarantula, these burrowing owls live below the surface. They are around 4 weeks old, curious and ready to fly. Almost. As long as they live in their parents' burrow and eat their parents' food, they will remain grounded. Food? Now that's an idea. Finally. One parent has returned with a snack. But the chicks are still hungry. Starvation, however, isn't one of the mother's worries right now. This Eden has a serpent, a Patagonian lancehead. She's native to Argentina, and though she may only grow to around a meter in length, her venom is lethal. Just a single bite would be the end for one of these chicks. The mother owl does her best to intimidate the snake. Inside the burrow, the chicks would be trapped. Has she bought them enough time to flee? Yes, she has. And next time, perhaps, they'll all be able to just fly away.